Hey students, this is 8th grade math, unit 4, lesson 9. Here are your practice problems for the homework set. And this is problem number 3. You can read it on your screen. For what value of x do the expressions 2/3 x plus 2 and 4/3 x minus 6 have the same value? So we're given two expressions and we're asked for what value of x do these expressions have the same value? In other words, I'll just write this right onto my paper. So you get your notes and do the same. When is 2/3 x plus 2 equal to 4/3 x minus 6? At what value of x are they equal? Well, set them equal to each other. Just say this expression equals this expression. And now let's solve for x. Okay, in order to solve for x, we need to combine the x terms. That means get them all together on one side. So I'm going to subtract 2/3 x from the left side of the equation, which means I must do the same thing on the right-hand side. And this 2/3 x minus 2/3 x cancels out. And I'm left with a 2 right here. 2 equals, and then 4/3 minus 2/3. 4/3 minus 2/3 is 2/3. Right. 2, that was so easy. I had to stop and think. Are they tricking me? Okay. 2/3 x minus 6. That 6 is right here. It just comes straight down. I'll draw arrows so you can see the terms that didn't change and they just came right on down. Okay, now I'm going to add 6 to both sides because I want to cancel out this 6 over here. It does not have an x, so I want it to go to the other side of the equation. I'll add 6 to both sides of the equation. 2 plus 6 is 8. And on the right side of the equation, we still have 2/3 x. Negative 6 plus 6 cancels out. That's awesome, right? That's awesome. So that's nothing now. We have 8 equals 2/3 x. Well, I still need to get rid of this 2/3 that's being multiplied by the x. When the x has a coefficient, that means it's being multiplied by something. We need to divide away the coefficient. So I'm going to divide this side by 2/3. And I have to divide the other side by 2/3 as well, because I have to do the same thing to both sides of the equation. Okay, so what I'm left with is 2/3 x divided by 2/3, which that equals 1. So that's x on the right-hand side. And 8 divided by 2/3. Well, how are you with fractions? Has it been a while since you've done fractions? What is 8 divided by 2/3? I'm going to just do that math right over here. If you have the number 8 and it's divided by 2/3, you can write it this way. And then remember that when you divide by a fraction, it's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So look closely. 8 divided by 2/3 is the same as 8 times 3/2. Now, when you multiply the numerators and you multiply the denominators. Well, the 8 doesn't have a denominator, but that's the same as having a denominator of 1. So we get 8 times 3 is the numerator, 24. And 1 times 2 for the denominator, which is 2. So 24 over 2, that equals 12. So that's the math for this piece right here. It equals 12. And what I'm left with is 12 equals x. Dun, 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 dun. Now, if I've done this correctly, then I can put x equals 12 back into those starting expressions and get the same answer. And this is really important. You must get in the habit of checking your work because you wouldn't want to miss points on your high school exams over some silly little mistake. So let's check our work. Here are the original equations. Let me start with the left side one. 2/3 x is 12 plus 2. What does that equal? 2/3 of 12 is 18. I can just do that in my head. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. That's the same as 2/3 times 12 over 1. Multiply fractions straight across. So 2 times 12 is 24, and 3 times 1 is 3. 24 divided by 3 is, oh, suddenly I'm so sleepy, 8. Oh, did I say 18? It's a good thing I checked and did that because I said the wrong answer. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Oh no. Okay, anyway, so this part right here is equal to 8. I'll write that again here. 8 plus 2 equals 10. Why did I think that was 18? Ah, I was thinking 3 over 2. Anyway, okay, so the first expression equals 10. Now, if I've done the math correctly and x is 12 when they are equal, then I'm going to put x equals 12 into the second expression, and it also equals 10. Let's do it. So the second expression is 4/3 times x, which is 12, minus 6. Now let's do the math. 4/3 times 12. I better not do it in my head because I messed up last time. So that's, hold on, 4/3 times 12 over 1 equals 4 times 12 is 48 divided by 3. Oh, I don't know 48 divided by 3. I need a calculator. I am too tired for hard stuff. I feel like that's going to have a decimal point. 48 divided by 3, 16. I should have known that. Okay, so this part here is 16. I get 16 minus 6, and that equals 10. Dun, 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 dun. So let me summarize what I did and how I know that this is correct. I put both expressions equal to each other, and I solved for x. I got x equals 12. If that's right, then I can substitute x equals 12 into either of these expressions, and they're going to have the same value. So I checked my work and I did that. I substituted x equals 12 into the left-hand side, and I got 10. I substituted x equals 12 into the right-hand side, and I got 10. So I did the work correctly. Ching, ching. But you'll have to do it yourself because in your homework set, I'm going to change the expression. This is how you do it. Make sure you check your work. Good luck.